Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. This week is going to be super important for crypto. There are going to be so many catalysts which are going to dictate whether BTC is ready for a reversal or are we going to see more downside to come. I'm going to be discussing Bitcoin, altcoins, altcoin season and so much more. So give me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We post a video every single day and this video is brought to you by our partner Bluefin, the best non-KYC exchange. I utilize it for all of my trades, guys. Link in the description as well to come and join with Bluefin. Amazing exchange. Guys, Bitcoin sitting at $113,400. You've probably watched some of my latest videos. I basically kept telling that we should have seen a rebound happening from was around 180,000, 109,000 up to 114 to 115,000. I'm going to show you why this correction might not be over. We could be seeing more fuckery coming and so much more. Straight away, guys, I want to show you what's happening right now. So BTC basically went down as a crash down to like 102,000, went up again, dropped again down to here. Now we had a very nice pump to the upside, and with my amazing pro members in my VIP group, guys, amazing pro members, because really these people are so skilled, are so good. This week has been incredible. I want to show you some results here. 245%, 50%, 126, 129. Look at this page here of results after results after results only from this week. When everybody was confused, what was going to be happening now, we all scared. Those are the results from my VIP group, guys. Look at Bandy, one of my pro members, 568%. So as always, if you really want to elevate your game to the next level, where you are a trader, you're an investor, and you want to go to this like next level knowledge. Also, if you're an investor, you want a crypto weekly updates, videos which are 1 hour and 10 minutes long to explain to you every possible altcoins, entry areas, when to buy, when to sell, crypto trading ideas, basically done every single day, when to buy, when to sell, spot trading, when to buy spot, when I'm buying spot, which coins, altcoins. This is the place, guys, to come. The VIP group, amazing. So there is a link in the description with a little trader and also all of our trading results, all documented to show you full transparency. Guys, this is the best group by far you can find for crypto investing and trading. So if you want to sign up, guys, there is a link in the description, sign up. But anyway, now, this week is going to be very important. Why? Number one, we're going to have our friend Donald Trump meeting with Xi Jinping on Thursday. Now, there are some rumors already that Trump is saying right now that, they're already finding some deals and they've already been talking, Xi Jinping and Donald Trump, and that's the reason why BTC has basically pumped up to here. But guys, as you already know, that's not the reason why Bitcoin pumped. I'm going to show you from a technical point of view why we pumped, and at the same time we're going to have so many economic data coming out. Unfortunately, because of the government shutdown, we don't have enough data. So basically all of this, GDP, PC is probably not going to come out. But what is going to be very important is going to be FOMC. So FOMC, interest rates with Jerome Powell. So what is going to be very important, guys, here for the FOMC meeting is going to be on Wednesday, that Jerome Powell is going to cut interest rates first, which looks like he will. And second of all is going to be the message, what he's going to say for the next monetary policy. So there are some rumors saying that Jerome Powell could be ending QT of quantitative tightening, meaning that more money could be flowing to the economy, meaning that risk assets should be going higher. So if you mention QT, end of QT and start of QE, that could be very good for the markets and they could be moving higher. But also bear in mind, FOMC coming on Wednesday and then the meeting with Xi Jinping and Donald Trump is coming on Thursday. Market makers are not stupid and they're probably going to take the advantage of pumping the FOMC, and then maybe, again, it's all like a speculation, but maybe this meeting is not going to happen and it's going to push the market down. So let's be very mindful that when it comes to Donald Trump, things can be very erratic. So that's the reason why at the moment, with my VIP guys, we are positioned long in so many coins, okay, on a swing basis, but I'm also not excluding the possibility, I'm going to show you now, of one further drop to the downside. Now, let's have a look a little bit more BTC, more, I would say, macro term and also short term point of view. So as you can see from here, guys, right now we are into this very important level of support. Well, there's a nice support here coming from this area, and there is also like a diagonal trend line coming from here. My expectation for now until, I would say, the end of the year, okay, looking at all of this, is still that BTC should be able to go and reach a target, okay, by potentially maybe end of December, mid-December, of roughly like $145,000, unless something changes. Unless, for example, we're going to see a drop from this diagonal trend line, maybe down to, let's say, 95. We're going to close below 95. In that case, probably things are going to change. But at the moment, that's what I can see. I can see basically this kind of scenario. So a push up to here, down, and then up to probably 145, 150. That I think is going to be my potential bull market top. Some people are saying that we could be going even higher, as 210,000, 240,000. I tend to disagree for now. Okay, so, but again, anything can change, so we have to be mindful that we need to adapt to every situation. If I see Bitcoin pumping to like 150,000 in a straight line, maybe there is a case that we could be going higher. But again, let's take this into consideration. Right now, very important is going to be to me this connection, like this conjunction here with these two channels is going to be the time for me to say, thank you very much, guys. I'm going to sell all my Bitcoins and I'm going to see you back in the bear market. That's what I'm going to do. So more like I would say short-term point of view, people are asking me like, what was going to be happening short-term? We have basically had to analyze the situation from here. Now, we had actually like a nice pump, we had a very nice pump from here. And what we need to understand now, which nobody can tell you that. Nobody can tell you it is actually it's a real, real pump, happening right now. But I'm going to show you something that can help us to understand that. But what we could be seeing could be that right now you can see we are into basically, we can say into a, in brackets, downtrend. We are in a downtrend, especially into this last area from 126 to 104, which is went down. Now we are trying to go and climb back up again, right? But basically you have all of this resistance, coming in. And the real trend shift is going to come whenever you're going to see the Fib retracement. So you're going to see Bitcoin to probably go above 120. Once it goes above 120, then it's probably going to be a complete change of trend. And we should be able to go high. Right now, my guess, okay, because guys, everybody's guessing here. It's not like nobody has the truth and tell you, but because of data, I know exactly how to forecast anything. Nobody can forecast in the future, guys. The only thing I can tell you right now that's according to my available data, first of all, is that right now I'm basically analyzing what's happening here with how do I say, with they call this on CVD, okay, where basically we could see like some buying activity, which was coming here, okay, nice buying activity from a spot position where futures were basically selling from here, okay, which basically was suggesting a nice healthy pump, even from here. That was actually already the sign that a healthy pump was actually occurring, and that's the reason why I decided to go long. And right now, we've been selling a little bit here, and we have to be a little bit careful. But I'm going to show you now, what could be the expectation. And by the way, guys, I'm releasing very soon on my website, Freedom Trading Academy, a course with a yearly membership on order flow. You don't want to miss out, okay? Sign up. I'm probably going to go and create a whitelist for, discounted prices for the yearly membership for the course. Is going to be incredible. And I can tell you, it's going to help you to read basically all of this in a very, very simple way. Anyway, let's go back into here. So what is going to be happening now? Okay, I said, in my opinion, we could be seeing maybe like a sweep up like that, okay? Make everybody believe, the correction is over. And then my theory, okay, talking about theories, could be that this one could be a wave 1, then you have a wave 2, then you have a 3, which is like, it's the longer. Then you have a 4, okay, and then you have a 5, like that, okay? So that could be one of my first theories, that this one is already the start of a first wave to the upside of 5 waves from here. An alternative scenario, okay, because again, we don't know which one is which, and somebody tells me I know is a complete idiot, okay, it doesn't really, is basically making fun of you because nobody can know that. But at the same time, is this one a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or this one it's a B correction? So we have an A, we have a B, okay, and then we have a C, because this scenario here, okay, is still valid. Okay, so what basically is going to correspond to me is going to be that if this is going to play out in ABC, then by probably the, I would say, beginning of November, okay, we could be seeing a pump up to here. Maybe we're going to see Donald Trump meeting with Xi Jinping is not going to happen, and the market is going to drop down to, I don't know, 90, 97, 98K Bitcoin, down to here, make everybody scared, and then you're going to see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as before, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that, okay? Those are other scenarios, and basically, how am I reacting to the situation, guys? With my VIP, we have a plan. We have a plan where what I'm basically doing, I'm telling people what I'm buying, what I'm selling, and everything, okay? It's going to be very important. So, cool. I think Bitcoin, that's it. Okay, now let's talk about a little bit. Today I'm going to cover Ethereum, XRP, a little bit of all season, but it's going to be quite of a quick video. Yesterday I've done a 1 hour and 10 minutes weekly update here for the group with every possible altcoins, buying, selling levels, like really it was very, very extensive. But now, so Ethereum, guys, is basically into, right now, looks like is into a potential triangle, which has now broken up from the triangle. And if it's going to continue to go higher, I could be seeing ETH, if Bitcoin is going to go to 116,000, 15,000, whatever. I could be seeing Ethereum going to potentially 4,400, 4,300, 4,400, and probably go and touch this level here. Okay? After that, as I said before, is this one again? Is this one a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or this one is an ABC? Because if it's going to be an ABC, guys, it's going to be boom, boom, and then down to here, okay? In between 3,200, 3,300. In my opinion, this point here, if it's going to happen, is going to be probably one of the best buying opportunity that we have this year. And it's not financial advice, and again, it's speculation. But if I'm going to see a price drop into this level, okay, in between, let's say, 3,500, 300, I'm going to buy big there. Because I'm really expecting that at least a strong reaction, at least. And then we see. We're going to continue to go higher or it goes down again. But even to go from this point to this point, you can be making lots of money. Okay, but Ethereum, again, macro point of view, nothing has changed, to be honest. Nothing has changed. To me, is looking bullish. What is actually very important right now, okay, from a weekly point of view, is that we're going to be able to go and reclaim with Ethereum. We're going to go and reclaim this area here. So you can see now we are basically, we are borderline here. And what would be ideal would be ETH to go and close above here, which is doing that. Like it's borderline, guys. That's why it's so exciting. Like, you know, the excitement I have right now for this market is incredible. I know it sounds weird, but, you know, I'm very passionate about this, you know, and sometimes, like, you know, I don't know, it makes you feel good, like, you know, to see, to analyze. And so, like I always said, if you really want to make a difference in this game and you want to make money, guys, best advice I can give you right now, it's not because of my, you know, on my VIP group or anything, but really go, even if you want, go on YouTube, find free stuff, I don't know, but learn how to do this, guys. Learn how to do it and have a time horizon of like 5 years. Don't come here, gamble your money and thinking I'm going to go and 10x on a shit coin that you're not going to survive this game. I'm telling you, you're not going to survive. Maybe you might get lucky once, great, but the market is going to humble you. So learn how to play chess with them. Play chess with trading and everything. Best advice I can give you for this, guys. It took me a long time. I've been here for like almost 12 years. And it takes time, okay? But try to learn as much as you can if you want to. And I can tell you, it's gonna pay off. You can make money after. I make good money. So Ethereum, okay, that's what I can see right now. Nothing has basically changed apart from this beautiful retest. I mean, to me, I don't know, it looks like picture perfect. Okay, so again, my target for Ethereum, it's around 7,500. So still haven't changed, guys. I'm not a flip-flopper that tells you one day we're gonna go down to 3,000, and then the second day they tell you we're gonna go up to 10,000. Still with my view, still thinking we can go to even 7,500. That could be my guess. Could be something like this. Could be I'm gonna show you trend line this way, and then you connect it here by maybe March. It could be happening. So if it happens, guys, amazing. I'm gonna buy a sports car. Let's see. Let's start. Now, next one we discuss. Some of my dear subscribers was asking for XRP, so I'm gonna make him happy to have a look at XRP. Now, XRP is interesting. Is in a very weird situation. So, what I think is XRP is looking good. There is power, there is strength, but at the same time, we had to be mindful of that fuckery I was talking about before, of BTC potentially testing now 98,000, 100,000. It can happen, okay? Especially when you have somebody in power like Donald Trump that basically just says whatever he wants, and the market, of course, take the advantage. So right now, XRP is into this situation from here. To me, there is a massive support coming from this area, okay? So around the 174 to 160. And in my opinion, no financial advice, I'm probably going to go and load up if we're going to go down to here. If we might maybe never revisit these levels, might be already over, we're going to go to the moon from here. But at that level, guys, to me, it really screams, like, to accumulate more, okay? And at the same time, right now, XRP is holding well this level here, okay? So it's looking good. XRP is looking good. People are asking me, again, XRP, what is going to be your target, your end of year target for March, whatever is going to be happening? And I will say that according to utilizing like our Fibonacci extension, okay, I like my Fibonacci extension, I would say that XRP has a chance to probably go and reach this next level of Fibonacci extension. Okay, so 4.63 is going to be the first level. Then you go $5, you go $6. Which one is going to play out? Difficult to say. Okay, in general, to me, I would probably say around this area. The reason why I'm saying that I'm not going to see XRP going to maybe $7, $8 is the fact that it has already pumped a lot. So compared to so many other altcoins like DOT, AVAX, that they basically are just bleeding nonstop, right? And I could be seeing very nice pumps, like maybe like a 5x, 6x. XRP has already pumped from its low, from where was here in November to 50 cents, like $3.50. So what I would say is going to be more likely, in my opinion, that XRP is probably going to go around maybe $5, so do like a 2x from here. It could be reasonable. Can it go higher? Absolutely, yes. Nobody's going to say that it can't go higher, but at the same time, we already had a huge pump. So to say, oh, guys, it's going to go to $10 now, it's a little bit foolish on my part. And also, I'm not here to give you hopium. I'm here to give you reality. And that's important, okay? So basically, points where I'm going to say, I'm going to go and accumulate more. It's probably going to be down to here, because what we could be seeing is going to be the following. I'm going to go on the daily chart to show you a little bit better. Okay, you can see that we are now in a beautiful, basically descending channel. You can see from here, okay? So we have a nice resistance coming on this area. So we have basically a resistance coming here at 2.93. And again, are we going to see, is this going to be the case of breaking out and then continue to go higher? Because if that happens, then you can see this, and then you can see this, going to the 4.65. Perfectly reasonable. But if we're going to see, for example, because we're still below this line here, we're still below here. What we could be seeing is going to be what we call liquidity grab. Grab liquidity from here, drop it down, on the middle of this week, because remember, whenever market makers do this kind of like disgusting things, you know, they go and basically dump and pump, right? Many orders, they don't get filled here. Okay, so they try to fill as many as they can. So many they don't fill. So what they do, they basically go back down, they revisit the area here, and then they pump it up again. So they go like, you know, many orders, they can make multiple 10x's. That's usually what they do. Now, a little bit about altcoin season so we can see, you know, where we are. I'm just going to basically cover quickly about altcoin season. People are telling me, you know, it's over, it's done. So I just want to show you very quickly what happened with altcoin season. Now, I'm not denying the fact that altcoins, you know, they look completely like shit, and very similar to XRP, we could be able to go and revisit a little bit of the sweep, you know, down to here. That could definitely be reasonable. Also remember, guys, that first of all, the king Bitcoin has to move first. If you're gonna see a glorious and end of the cycle, we want to see BTC to go and place a cycle high. That's gonna be very important. Okay, otherwise, it's gonna be, you know, it's not gonna be great. Now, talking about altcoins, you know, the shit, I like to call them shit coins, but shit coins excluding the top 10. Okay. That's the situation from now. Okay, I can see lots of people calling for, you know, bear markets and all of that. And they could be right. They could be right. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I'm going nuts, you know, with all these kind of things. But what I can see from here is that if you actually have a look at the past, 2017, we pumped from like December. Then 2020, 21, we pumped from December. This one, we had a correction here, pump from October until January. So if you actually have a look when altcoins pumped relative to Bitcoin, as always happened around November, December, January. So if this time is the time for altcoins to pump, really pump properly, you know, to go higher, should be happening in between like November and January, as per previous cycles. Okay, because it makes me laugh that I see people telling me that this cycle is over because of the traditional cycle and the 4-year cycle, but at the same time they're saying, oh, but this time alt season doesn't come. So how come? So Bitcoin is the 4-year cycle, traditional cycle is intact, but alt season doesn't come. Like it doesn't make sense to me. Completely doesn't make sense. If you want to stay with the rule that Bitcoin cycle has 4 years, whatever, then you have to say, okay, then an alt season is going to come. So that's how you're not an hypocrite. That's how you are consistent, you know, with what you're saying. So cool. Next one I want to show you, very important. I think is probably one of the most important things that I am observing right now, and we really have to keep an eye like a hawk. USDT dominance, guys, here. So this one, as I say all the time, could be an inverted head and shoulder, like it could be now a rejection from here. So what, in my opinion, is going to be very bullish, very, very bullish, is going to be a rejection from there. So if we're going to see a rejection, guys, and again, I have no idea what's going to be happening there. Yeah, my theory is that we're going to see a new high. We're going to see, you know, whatever. Would this one be better? We're going to see a new high. We're going to see the crypto market to go and explode and everything there. But again, unfortunately, guys, it's speculation. Okay, so what I'm telling you right now here, what I'm observing from like a purely observational point of view is that we are now getting a rejection. There are two levels which I'll probably be observing when and if we're going to go down. Okay, and they're going to be these two levels here. So one is going to be back to the 3.73, where I'm expecting altcoins to perform very well in relation to Bitcoin. Okay, so if we're going to go down from here, from this level to this level, okay, altcoins could be doing well. And to me, the ultimate point where I think I'm going to say, thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure for this bull market. I'm going to sell, is going to be if we're going to go down to here, 2.2%. Guys, this level, yeah, then I could really be expecting altcoins to pump aggressively if we're going to go down there. But again, this, in my opinion, it's a chart that's after is going to go up like crazy. So it's basically going to do something like this, okay? And later on, in case of a recession, of a market crash, this thing is going to go up like this. Okay, I don't even know how much, and that's going to be scary. Okay, but right now, we got to take this into consideration, and also, we cannot ignore the fact that this could be an inverted head and shoulder or a triple bottom. Okay, and if this happens, guys, markets could really suffer a lot. And that's the reason why I'm saying every time, guys, with my group, I don't care if the market goes up or down. I got a strategy. Even if we're going to go now into a bear market, I have a strategy to really counteract this, minimize losses, and then buy back cheap again for the next bull market. Because nothing is guaranteed. Here, things could fall here, okay? Everything could fall. Okay, this is crypto. It's not, we're not doing Forex here. It's not Forex. It's not the S&P 500. This is like a very risky environment where if you're not prepared, if you don't study, you're going to get destroyed. Now, next one I want to discuss, very important as well, is the DXY, guys. DXY, very similar, so a little bit of a correction here coming up. So, again, similar to, I would say, what is actually giving me a little bit of hope is that with the USDT dominance, right? If the DXY is going to continue to go down, from this level, so I don't see really DXY right now to pump back up. Something, again, we should be taking into consideration, it's this and it's this. Okay, so what if we're basically now at support and we're going to see a pump up to here? That won't be good. Okay, but I don't even know, with a rate cutting cycle, with, I guess, the Fed, starting QE, how we're going to see a DXY, pumping this way right now. To me, the most likely scenario is probably going to be the following. It's going to be here, okay, a pump, maybe a pump here, drop down to this level, and then we see the pump here. Okay, so like A, B, and then C. So when this happens, we should be seeing a risk assets to go and pump a lot. Now, talking about altcoin season, my last piece that I want to show you as well, which I think is very, very important, is this one here. So Bitcoin dominance, I think Ben Cohen did say something similar, very, very similar to this. The guy from the Into the Cryptoverse. Fantastic. He's fantastic. He's really super smart. So I really like him. He said basically that Bitcoin could be having one more top. And you can see 2017, guys, first top, then December, second top. And then we just went down. Then we got 2020. Where was he? 20, first top, second top here. December. Now, first top, July, second top. Maybe, December here. And then we go down like that. That would be, to me, my best scenario, where BTC can go to 150K. First of all, guys, it can go to 100 and 150K. Okay, and the dominance can still increase. Then after that, this one drops down, 40%, whatever it's going to be. We don't really care, okay? To me, it almost looks like, again, I don't want to give you too much hopium, guys. Not here to give you hopium, I'm here to give you the reality, but also, I mean, it can even be this. Okay. Unlikely, less likely. More likely it's probably going to be to go down to this area. But this can happen. Okay. Last thing to discuss today is going to be, where is my S&P 500? Can't find the ticker here. Here we go. S&P 500. I mean, what can you say? So there is an analyst called David Hunter, the Contrarian, is calling for 9,500 for the S&P 500. Just calling to go basically here. So can you imagine where crypto is going to go if we're going to go up to here? Now, is this feasible? Is this possible? I think the way is actually calculating that is basically by checking. And again, I might be wrong, but this area here to this area here. Something like that. I don't know. I'm just probably just trying to guess, but it could be something like that. Which is funny. It's not even giving me... No, it's giving me around $9,000, yeah. If I just calculate it from here. Again, where is it going to go, S&P 500? The way I can calculate myself is the following. FIBA extension from the drop from the tariffs to then this level here. Okay, so first level of interest, it's 7,000, the first level. And the last level is like, up to 10,800. To me, I think probably more reasonable conservative approach is going to be around here. Okay, and of course, that could be, if we're gonna see this, should be able to give us Bitcoin to probably 150K. Alrighty, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't give you too much hopium and hope, but like I always say, we are still not out of the woods yet. So personally, still very still bullish. Not, I would say, 100% convinced about this is the end of the correction, but I guess, we're going to go and if you're going to correct more, I'm going to buy more and then hopefully ride this last wave of the bull cycle. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoy, and I'm going to see you tomorrow for another update.